Chapter 1 Prologue. An endless void. A place between the worlds. All he can see is white, nothing more, nothing less. He has been here only for a few days, but it feels like decades have passed. How did he come here? Now he thinks about it. Yes, he played hero and died protecting his world as well as his loved ones. Thinking about his loved ones brings a sad smile on his face. He remembers he loved 4 women, but he can't remember their names and faces like something or someone erased the memory of his past life. Well, it doesn't matter now because he knows he has died. But one thing comes to his mind. Why is he not passing to afterlife? Why is he trapped here? Then suddenly a voice broke him from his thoughts. Your time has not come. What do you mean? He only replied stupidly, not understanding what the voice meant. You already know. Then he smiled, understanding that his time has not come to die yet. Suddenly he is surrounded by a bright light and then vanishes. Do you think it is a good idea, One-chan? Another voice said. I don't know, but I know this is the best we can do at the moment. The first voice replied, okay. You know I really miss him. I know, me too. Let's hope for the best. Yes, for the best. What about those 4? The first one only smiles, and they also vanishes with their last thought. Do your best, beloved. Underworld. Today is the worst weather in the underworld. From nowhere a maelstrom has come and hit the underworld. But this is not the main concern for the Phoenix family, as they are making preparation to greet the new addition to their family. Phoenix Castle. Wahid Hewart so much. The screams of Lady Phoenix tore through the halls of the Phoenix Castle. Just hang on a little more, dear Lord, Phoenix said in soothing voice, despite the fact that his hand was crushed by his wife, trying to calm down his wife who was currently giving birth to their youngest son. Yes, milady, a little more. The head has already come out. Just a little more, the nurse said. Then with all her might Lady Phoenix gives one final push and suddenly the room was filled with voice of a crying baby. Wah wah. Congratulations, milady, you have a healthy boy. She then cleans the baby, gives him to their parents and leave them alone. Lady Phoenix takes her baby in her arms and looks at him for the first time. Her baby has the same facial features as all the other members of their family. He has blonde hair just like her and his father, but his most distinguished feature were his eyes, which were azure blue. His eyes were so beautiful, filled with innocence. What will be his name? The voice of her husband broke her from her thoughts. He came into this world with a maelstrom, so his name will be Naruto Phoenix. Then welcome to the family, Naruto-kun. 5 years later. The early morning sun streamed through the curtains before the window and hit the face of our blonde hero. He shifts uncomfortably on his king-size bed, trying to save his precious sleep, but after 15 minutes of struggling he has to wake up. I promise you in the name of the Satan I'll make you pay back for this, you stupid son, he murmurs in an irritated voice. Then he suddenly remembers today is the day he will start to learn magic and fulfill his dream to become the strongest in the whole world. With this on his mind he hopped off his bed and starts his morning routine. Scene change. 1 hour. The last fucking hour he has been searching for the training ground where he had been summoned by his parents. But he has been unable to locate that fucking place for last 1 hour. If this was a normal day then it would not matter to him, since this is almost regular thing for him to get lost in his own house, but today is the day he has been looking forward to. But now he is lost and he can't see anyone to ask for directions. Seriously, why our house is so big were his thoughts. Unknown to him a bright magic circle appeared behind him. Naruto has not yet sensed the person behind him, so the figure decided to have some fun with his youngest brother. He stealthily sneaks behind Naruto and screams boo-hoo. This was enough for Naruto to pass out from the shock. The figure stood over the unconscious form of Naruto and revealed himself to be Ruval Phoenix, the oldest son of Lord and Lady Phoenix. He looks like a man in his early 20s, with blonde hair and blue eyes. In short, he looks like a younger version of their father. He's wearing a white business suit with a blue tie and black shoes. He knew very well how much his younger brother feared ghosts, so he took the opportunity to have some fun with him. But he also knows that Naruto will prank him very hard in return for this, and just thinking about his brother's pranks make him shiver. He still remembers the day Naruto dyed his hair pink. He still does not know how he was able to do it, and neither has he any proof that Naruto did it. There is no one in the Phoenix family, except their mother, his wife Lisa and little Ravel, who Naruto has not pranked. Even their father was not spared. Just remembering the day Naruto pranked their father makes him laugh his ass off. But this is not the time to think about it. He has a task to complete, bringing his brother to the training field. So he throws Naruto over his shoulders and teleports them to the training field. Training ground. Lord and Lady Phoenix, along with some elders, were waiting for their youngest to come. But Lady Phoenix knows that she has forgotten something important. When Naruto didn't show up after some time of waiting, it hits her that she had forgotten to send someone to bring Naruto here. After all, everyone in Phoenix Castle knew how poor Naruto's sense of direction was. So now she has asked her oldest son Ruvel to bring Naruto here. Just thinking about Naruto brings a happy smile to her face. He's the most energetic and charismatic kid of her and her husband. He's also very kind in nature. This last 5 years of her life have been very chaotic, but also the most precious in her life, since she has given a birth to another child, but a girl this time. She still remembers how well Naruto had bonded with his other siblings, especially Ruvel, his wife Lisa, and little Ravel. The thought of how he declared that he'll become the strongest to protect his loved ones and precious people, how he says he'll be a great king one day, comes to her mind. But there's a secret about Naruto which is only she, her husband, and Ruvel know. That Naruto has been born with incredibly potent and large magical reserves. That's the reason why they have taken Naruto to the human world, so that they can protect him from other devils like old Satan. They will surely try to get their hands on him. She banishes those thoughts from her mind when she scents Ruvel. He has arrived along with Naruto. Upon seeing the unconscious form of his son, Lord Phoenix asks Ruvel what happened. Nothing, Ruvel replies nervously. Before the Lord can continue, one of the elders present cuts him off and says harshly, "We have been waiting here for the past hour, so we should start young Naruto's training without any delay." Seeing that the elders were right, Lord Phoenix asked his son to wake his youngest one. 5 minutes later. After waking Naruto and telling him about the basics of using magic, we can see Naruto standing in middle of the training ground, trying to summon his own power. This is it. My first step towards my dream, he thought. Then he tries to search for something different in his mind, something warm or powerful as he has been instructed. After a few seconds pass, he finds it and tries to pull it out with all his might. Then he can feel how his whole body has been engulfed with it. Even the ones surrounding him can sense the power building up inside Naruto. Then suddenly a torrent of magical power hit everyone, forcing them to protect themselves from it. After some time they dare to look towards the source. Their eyes widen in shock because they never expected to see something like this. This power were their shared thoughts. In front of them, Naruto is fully covered with black flames. They all can feel that these flames are not ordinary flames. These were hotter than the normal Phoenix flames, if not the hottest. Then Naruto opens his eyes and looks at his burning hands, so warm, he thought. This is enough, Naruto-kun, for today. Call your magic off and go play with your sister, Lord Phoenix said to his son in a very proud tone. Hi to San and by Ka-san and I-san. With that he took off. Immediately after Naruto left, Lord Phoenix was bombarded with lots of questions. He sighs, this is going to be a long day. Unknown location. Just after Naruto had shown his black flame, a high-pitched voice tore through the wall. You did what the unknown voice from previous said. Sorry, Nachan, I just gave him my blessings, a different voice said. Sigh. You know, Amuto, we cannot interfere in his journey, and if they find out about this, then maybe they'll increase his punishment. I know, But look, I did not directly help him, I only gave him my blessings, she said in a quiet voice. Rolling her eyes, she said, you know that you are walking on very thin ice. One mistake and our millions of years of work will go to waste. I know, Ne-chan, don't worry about it. This girl. Has anyone else also given him blessings? She asked in a defeated tone. At present I don't know, but I'll find out soon and inform you. Okay, you may go now. Chapter 1 Prologue End. Chapter 2 Making Friends. It had been a month since Naruto started learning how to control his magic, and at present he was practicing to control his flames under the guidance of his parents and elder brother Ruvel, because they were the strongest in their clan, and Ruvel was recently promoted to ultimate class devil. They were training his ass off because they had found out not only his flames were hottest, but also has some properties of holy element. They have found out about this about a week ago during one of his training sessions with Ruvel. Flashback. Weak. That's all Ruvel says when Naruto throws a right hook towards him. He easily dodges it. I am not done yet, Naruto yells and throws another punch towards his brother, who again dodges it and says, if you continue to attack me like this, Naruto, then you'll never be able to even touch me. You see, today Naruto has been nagging Ruvel to teach him some cool fire moves, and at last Ruvel made a bet with Naruto. If he is able to land a single hit on him during their spar, then he'll teach him. And from that moment on, Naruto continuously tries to hit Ruvel, and Ruvel successfully dodges every time. Now frustration has been building inside Naruto every time his brother evades his attacks or fireballs. Now he has reached his boiling point and he's about to explode any minute. Suddenly Ruvel makes a comment which leads him to explode. You will never be able to get strong, Naruto, if you do not think before attacking, but due to his present conditions, Naruto only hears never strong. What, I am weak? No, I am not weak. And he starts to gather all his magical energy and makes many small fireballs and throws them towards Ruvel, who dodges all very gracefully, showing why he's an ultimate class devil. But he makes a mistake. He takes his eyes off Naruto, which costs him time, while Naruto sneaks past his defense and is about to hit him with his fireball on his back. But due to his super speed reflexes, he puts a hand between the fireball and his back the moment his brother's fireball touches him. He feels something that shocks him. It is something familiar that should not be possessed by a devil, especially for a pure breed devil. Impossible, that's. Ha ha ha, I win. So Ne-chan has to teach me a cool move. The voice of Naruto broke him from his stupor. When Naruto hears his brother's voice, he immediately knows something is wrong, because Ruvel rarely ever calls him Naruto. He always calls him by Narukuin or Naruchan, but today he calls him by his full name, meaning something is not right. This is confirmed by the serious looks on his face. Hi, Naruto says timidly while looking down. Come with me then. He takes Naruto to their parents, because Ruvel knows what he sensed was not a normal thing for their kind. So the best option for him is now to take Naruto to their parents. When they reach their father's office, Ruvel says, wait here till I call you, and leaves. Inside Lord Phoenix's study room. Currently Lord and Lady Phoenix were discussing about the future planning for the welfare of their family, because ever since finding out about Naruto's special flames, there is suddenly an increase in various trespassing events in their castle, and this was enough to confirm their suspicion that there is a traitor in their castle. Now the possibility that news about their youngest son has reached to their enemies' ears has increased, and if that happens, then it will put Naruto's life further in danger. Before they can continue, they are interrupted by a knock on their door. Come in, Lord Phoenix says in an irritated tone, clearly showing his annoyance for the interruption. Father. Mother. Ruvel addresses his parents. Seeing Ruvel at the door, Lord Phoenix raises his eyebrow and says, you should be with your brother at this time. Hi, father, I was with him, but something unexpected happened. Ruvel replies seriously. What happened? Lady Phoenix asks worriedly. With a sigh, Ruvel starts telling everything to his parents. Earlier this morning, Naruto asked me. So I come to conclusion that Naruto's flames posse's holy element. After this the whole room became deadly silent, but this was broke by the weak voice of Lady Phoenix. Why this is happening to my baby? Why? Clearly showing how worried she is for her baby boy. Clam down, honey, Lord Phoenix says in a soothing voice, trying to calm her down. But this has an opposite effect on her, and she yells at Lord Phoenix, calm down. How can you tell me to calm down when my baby's life is in danger? How can I be calm? She ends in a soft tone, clearly broken from the revelation. Lord Phoenix does not lose his composure and says with a confident voice, listen to me, dear. Phoenix is the creature of love and passion, and as a phoenix I promise you that I'll protect our family at all cost, and for Naruto-kun. I thought that we will be enough to protect him, but after this revelation I think we need a little help. Lord Phoenix ends his speech, trying to boost her morale, and this time it has a positive effect on her. Sorry, she says, but before she can continue Lord Phoenix silences her by sealing her lips with his. They remain in this position for few seconds. Then he says, there is no need to apologize, my love. You are a mother, and it is natural for a mother to worry for her son. In fact, I would be surprised if you had not said anything to voice your concern. This brought a smile on Lady Phoenix's face, and she says, thank you, my love. Cough cough asterisk. Ruvel wants to leave his parents for them to continue their moment, but he has to refrain himself from leaving and has to interrupt them. What do you mean by help, father? He asks in a professional tone, clearly not wanting to face the wrath of his mother for interrupting their moment. I'll tell you later, son, but first we have to talk to Naruto about his newfound ability. Hi, father. With a nod he calls Naruto in. With Naruto. Naruto has been freaking out while waiting outside his father's study room. Well, you may think he freaks out because of what happened earlier this morning, but no. He is freaking out because his father's study room is situated at the far end of the castle, so that no one can disturb him during this time. So the whole hallway is empty, and this is the reason of his fear. The whole corridor is illuminated by dim lights, which are coming from the candles, which are placed on the skull's skull. Now Naruto is really scared because this was the same setup in the horror movie he had seen yesterday, or should I say was forced to see, with his least favorite sibling Riser Phoenix. Then suddenly someone taps on his shoulder. When he turns around he sees something that makes him go pale. There are only few things that can scare him shitless. First, his angry mother. Second, his angry sister. And last, DEEGHOSTTTTTTTTTTTTT. Now there is only one thing that he can do now. He screams like a girl, ghost. And to protect himself from the ghost he kicks him right in between the legs, but during kicking him Naruto unconsciously channels his fire magic towards his legs. With Ruvel. When he comes to call Naruto inside he sees that Naruto is continuously sweating and he understands that he's very scared. So he decides to have some fun with him. He summons his favorite Halloween costume and puts it on, and then he taps on his brother's shoulder. As he expected, Naruto freaks out, but he does not expect his brother to kick him in his nuts. Then he feels it again, the holy energy on Naruto's kick, and then he passes out. What happened? Lady Phoenix says, but when she saw Ruvel on the ground, unconscious, clutching the area near his crotch, she understands everything, along with Lord Phoenix, who is watching everything with an amused smile. 5 minutes later. Now Naruto is standing in front of his parents and his brother. He is nervous because everyone has serious looks on their faces. Did I do something wrong? He thought. Like reading his mind, Lady Phoenix says, relax Naruto-chan, you did nothing wrong. We just want to talk to you. After hearing his mother's voice he relaxes again. Okay, Naruto-kun tells us everything that happened during your spar with Ruvel-kun as well as what happened outside the door. Then Naruto starts telling them everything. Also he tells them how angry he became during spar and how scared he was a few minutes ago. So when he gets angry or scared, he subconsciously uses the holy element of his flames. That's not good. If the other devils find out about this ability of his, then hell will break loose, and if he's unable to control this, then he can gravely injure his allies or even kill them, Ruvel thought. He looks towards his parents. Just like him, they come to the same conclusion. Naruto-kun, hearing his father's voice, he looks towards him and replies, "Hi, father." Okay, Naruto, now listen to us carefully. You already know that you possess special black flames. Naruto nods his head at this. Naruto, I have decided that you will only use your flames under our guidance, till you have complete control over your power. Is that okay with you? But why? Naruto asks. This time Lady Phoenix answers his question. Listen, honey, your flames are very powerful. If you don't control them properly, then it can harm you as well as person near to you. You don't want to accidentally harm your sister or any other person, do you? She says with an extra sweet smile. Naruto gulps. He knows it is not smart to anger his mom, so he does what a smart person would do. He nods furiously. Now that's my good boy, Lady Phoenix says cheerfully. Ruvel and Lord Phoenix watch the interaction between them with a massive sweat drop forming on their heads and have only one thought: Sundara. They decided not to tell him about his flames, but they will tell him when he grows a little older. Now promise me, Lady Phoenix says. Promise. Flashback ends. Now Naruto trains every day to control his flames, but today he has been informed that his training has been cancelled. The reason? He doesn't know. So he takes the liberty to wander around the castle alone, since he's always accompanied by one of the maids or servant of his clan, as ordered by his parents, since everybody knows that he'll get lost in his own house. But before he can take another step, a magic circle forms in front of him and he crashes on, or should I say he crushes, something very soft. Soft and warm were his thoughts, but he was broken from his thoughts when the person says, Naruto-sama, your parents have summoned you. When Naruto looks up, he meets the beautiful face of Lisa Phoenix, formerly known as Lisa Agars of the Agars clan, one of the remaining 34 clans from 72 pillars of noble house of Devil. Ruvel's wife and queen. She is also known as the Flash Queen, as her name suggests. She is really fast. He removes his head from her bosom and gives her his biggest smile and looks at her. She is a beautiful woman with bright silver hair that flows down her back like a waterfall. She doesn't wear any makeup, but her face is breathtakingly beautiful. Her clothes look like they are made from an extremely fine silk. She is wearing a backless black gown with golden trims at each side, which hugs her body perfectly, while the parting aside at the lower part makes her look extremely sexy yet elegant at the same time. She has the aura of a noble lady surrounding her. All in all, she is a very beautiful woman. Wow, Nechan, you look very beautiful today, he honestly says. Well, thank you, Naruto-sama. He then pouts, making him more cute and adorable, so that she has to resist a kawaii. Oh, come on, Nechan. Why do you always call me by Sama? You know I don't like it, he says. Oh, Naruto-chan, I am sorry, please don't get angry with me. Please forgive me, she says while making fake tears appear in her eyes. When Naruto sees the tears in his Nechan's eyes, he panics and says, No, don't cry, Nechan. I am not angry with you. In fact, I'll never be angry with you. Please don't cry. She then laughs and says, okay. When Lisa met Naruto the first, they immediately bonded with each other. Also, Naruto reminds her of her younger brother whom she had lost during Civil War. So whenever she meets Naruto, she always teases him by addressing him with Sama, and now this has become a game to her. But she remembers she has come here to take him to his parents. So she says, now Naruto-chan, come with me. With that, she teleports them to her father and mother-in-law. Lord and Lady Phoenix were waiting for Naruto and Lisa to show up. They were preparing to visit their old friend, and they had decided that it is the time for Naruto to meet other devil households and as well to make some friends. Due to his unique condition, he has not interacted with children of his age. So they have decided to take him with them. But the real reason for visiting is to finally arrange the terms of a certain contract between Phoenix and Grimmery clans, as well as to ask Grimmeries for a little help in Naruto's case. Thinking about Riser makes a frown appears on their faces. Not that they don't love him. In fact, they love their kids so much that they spoil them by fulfilling their every wishes, and that's where Riser's problem starts. Due to their love, they ignore his mistakes, thinking that he'll learn with time, but that does not happen, and as the time passed, he became more and more arrogant. His ego became bigger than Mount Everest itself. He starts thinking that everyone is below him, and after his first win in the rating games, things became worse. He became so arrogant that he doesn't even think about others' feelings before saying something. For example, 2 years ago Riser was scolding, literally harassing, a maid for bringing his coffee 30 seconds late. At that moment Naruto was passing by, seeing the way his brother was talking to a maid. Even for his young age, he immediately knew that his brother was doing something wrong. So he decided to intervene between them. Due to this, Riser became enraged and lashed out on Naruto, and he said many hurtful words to Naruto. Due to those, he got very upset. When this news reached Lord and Lady Phoenix, they decided to punish Riser for his behavior against Naruto and Maid, and from that day Riser and Naruto don't even bat an eye on each other unless they were ordered to by their parents. They are broken from their musings when a magic circle forms in front of them. Lisa and Naruto reach their destination. Lisa, with a bow, leaves her in-laws, but not before giving Naruto a goodbye hug. Naruto-kun. Hi Tusama. Go and get ready. Today you are coming with us. But where Tusama? He asks with a questioning look. Come here honey, his mother calls him. When he reaches his mother, she bends down to her knee level and whisper in his ear secret. Naruto face falls at this. Maoka-chan, please stop teasing me. Please tell me where we are going. He uses the ultimate forbidden jutsu, the puppy eyes technique, plus stars coming from his eyes. On others it may have worked, but Lady Phoenix has become quite resistant to this, with experience from her 3 elder sons, but the level of cuteness Naruto is showing was on a completely different level. And at last her will broke. You'll not get away with this easily honey, she thought. Okay, I'll tell you, but first give mommy her special kiss. Lord Phoenix as well as Naruto roll their eyes at the behavior of their wife/mother. After her special kiss from Naruto, Lady Phoenix orders some maids to get Naruto ready for the upcoming meeting. I'll tell you when we reach there, she says. Then Naruto realizes that he has been played, so he pouts cutely and goes with the maids to get ready. After Naruto got ready, they face another problem because Riser is also coming with them. So they decided that Riser will come in a different carriage from them. Also, he's accompanied by his queen Ubeluna. Naruto is dressed in a simple black t-shirt with orange sleeves and blue denim jeans. Around his neck he wears a pendant of the Phoenix clan. This was especially designed for him. Due to his habit of getting lost, the pendant acts as a beacon in this case, because special tracking magic was put in it. The trip to Grimmery Castle usually took 30 minutes, but for our hero it is like eternity due to his hyperactive nature. He can't remain sitting on one place for more than 2 minutes at best. So he does his best to pass the time. He starts questioning his parents about evil pieces, which he learned yesterday from his brother Ruvel. 28 minutes later. When they were about to reach Grimmery Estate, Lady Phoenix says in commanding tone, Naruto-kun, when we meet Grimmery you'll behave properly. I am always at my best, commented Naruto with a smug look on his face. Shiver. Naruto's smug look quickly turns into that of horror as a single look from his mother makes him shut up. You will behave, spoke Lady Phoenix in a strict tone, and was pleased to see Naruto nod in understanding. At least tell me where we are going, questioned Naruto. To the main house of the Grimmery clan, was the reply of Lady Phoenix. When they reached Grimmery Estates, the first thing Naruto saw was a huge European-style castle. It was as big as theirs, but he noticed that instead of yellow decorations like theirs, Grimmary's has red decorations. After some time their carriage reaches the door of Grimmary Castle. When they come out of the carriage, they are greeted by several maids and servants of the Grimmary clan. When they enter the living room, they caught sight of Lord and Lady Grimmary. "It's good to see you again, my friend," he says. "Me too," his father replies. "You too, Lucifer-sama," Lord Phoenix says to another man standing next to Lord Grimmary. He's none other than Serzex Lucifer, former Grimmary. One of the great four Satans, maybe the strongest amongst them. He's a handsome and young man in his early 20s with shoulder-length crimson red hair and blue-green eyes. "Greetings, Lord and Lady Phoenix," Serzex says in a polite tone. Standing behind him, Graphia Lucifuge also greets them. Graphia is a beautiful woman appearing to be in her early 20s, with silver hair and matching eyes. Her hair, which flows all the way down to her back, features a long braid on each side with small blue bows at the ends, while the rest is let down, ending in twin braids. She also wears a white-blue French-made uniform. When Naruto sees her for the first time, there is only one though in his mind: beautiful. "So this is young Naruto which you told us about," Serzex said. "Yes, he is," Lady Phoenix says, and pushes Naruto to the front in order to introduce himself. He knows he has to show his best behavior, otherwise he would have to face his angry mother. So he straightens himself and says, "Yo, I am Naruto Phoenix. I am 5 years old, and one day I'll kick your ass and take your seat as new Lucifer," pointing an accusing finger towards Serzex. Before Lady Phoenix could reprimand him about showing proper respect to higher authorities, a laughing sound breaks everyone from their stupor. "Ha ha. I like you, little one, and sure one day you'll beat me, but for that you'll have to train very hard," Serzex said. "Yes, I will," Naruto replied in a confident tone. "Okay then, Rias-chan, introduce yourself," Lady Grimmary says to someone. Then Naruto realizes there is one more person with them in the room. She is standing beside her mother. Then Rias comes forward and introduces herself. "Hello everyone, my name is Rias Grimmary. I am 5 years old and I am heiress of Grimmary clan." She introduced herself like a true noble lady should. Rias is a young girl, the same age as Naruto. She has light skin, blue-green eyes. Like her father, she also has crimson red hair that reaches down to her thighs, with a single ahogue hair strand sticking out from the top. Her hair also has loose bangs covering her forehead and side bangs framing her face. After the introductions, they happily take their respective seats. But no one notices a scowl appearing on Riser's face. How dare he take all the attention that should be given to me? After all, I am the one who's going to marry their daughter, were Razor's thoughts. Lord Phoenix looks towards Lord Grimmary, who nods as response. "Rias-chan, take Naruto-kun with you and show him our castle." Rias quickly takes Naruto's hands with hers and both leave, understanding that the future conversation is not for the children. 1 hour later. Within 1 hour, Naruto and Rias became very good friends with each other. Like Naruto, Rias has only one friend. Her name is Sona Citri. She is known as the heiress to the Citri family, who are one of the most powerful families in the underworld. But she is only available for weekends, and she also has to learn from her family about her role as heiress of Citri clan. So most of the time Rias gets bored, but she knows that it will change when she gets her evil pieces. Then she'll make her entire peerage her friends, and when she tells her idea to Naruto, he immediately likes it. So till then she has found a hobby to pass the time. She started watching anime and reading manga, and now she has become an otaku, and she is going to tell Naruto about this. Now she's very nervous about this, and many thoughts like "what if he don't likes me" were in her mind, but she gathered her courage and takes Naruto to her room. Luckily for her, all the time she had a hold on Naruto's hand. Otherwise she would have had to search for him. They were both standing in front of Rias' room. She takes a deep breath and opens it. For Naruto, her room looks like a normal room decorated for a girl, since he has only seen Ravel's room, containing all types of stuffed animals, toys, etc. But then he notices something that he had not seen before. There was huge collection of anime and manga on her cupboard. What is this? He has never seen any anime till now, because most of this time passes by either playing with Rival or Lee or pranking or training. When Ria sees the questioning look on Naruto's face, she asks what happened. Naruto then pointed towards various anime and mangas and said, "What are these?" Ria's face turned to horrified. Now she understood that Naruto has never seen any anime before. So she immediately took her favorite anime, Sailor Moon, starts watching it with Naruto. Several hours later, after finishing their meeting, Lord Phoenix decides it's time for them to return. So when they search for Naruto with their beacon, they find out that he is in Ria's room. When they open the room, they are greeted by the sight of sleeping kids, Ria's having her head on Naruto's shoulder. Both Lady Phoenix and Lady Grimmery smile at the scene. How much they don't want to disturb them, but they have to. So they wake both kids up. When both Rias and Naruto realize the position they are in, they both blushes crimson red. After some time, when Phoenix family were about to leave, Naruto notices that Riser is not present with them. When he asks his parents, they replied he has some previous engagement. So he left before us. It was quite clear from their voices that they were lying, but he does not push it. He says goodbye to his best friend Rias, pretty Lady Graphia, and the others. During his trip to home, Naruto has only one thought in his mind: friends. And he smiles faintly. Chapter 2 end. Chapter 3. A month had passed since our blonde hero had made his first friend, and now every weekend he goes to the Grimmery estate and spend his whole day there. He and Rias have become very close friends that even he shared his secret with her about his obsession with a certain food, and due to this they also had their very first fight. At first she laughs at him by saying that now I know the reason why are you so short. Yes, you see, Naruto is little bit short for his age. When Naruto hears this, he countered this insult by saying the otaku girl says while rolling his eyes, and then his face was met by a pillow and their pillow fight starts. He loves spending his time in Grimmery Estates, but there is one more reason he come here, besides meeting with Rias. The reason is to meet his first crush. Yes, he had already developed his first crush, and she's none other than Graphia Lucifuge. Whenever he visits here, Graphia always greets him, escort him to Rias, and always make tasty food for him. But there is one problem: whenever she talks to him or their eyes met, he always gets nervous and starts shuddering. Currently our blonde hero is at Grimmery Garden playing frisbee with Rias. Grimmery Garden is very big and beautiful, decorated with a fountain at the middle and many statues here and there as well. The whole ground is covered with lavish grass, and wherever you see you'll only see greenery. It is such a heartwarming scene. But for Naruto, whenever he got a chance he'll sneakily try to look at Graphia, who is currently watching them play. Since he's not paying attention to the game, frisbee collided with his head which Rias had thrown. Ouch, he said in little pain. Hey! Naruto-kun pays attention to the game, Rias said in loud voice. Hi. Naruto replied sheepishly while rubbing back of his head and continues to play with Rias. On the sideline, Graphia watches everything while rubbing her forehead. She, as well as everybody, knows that the little Phoenix has crush on her, not that she didn't like it, but opposite to it, she found it cute. Every time he shudder or blushes in front of her. After all, she is still single. Many people thought she was Cersei's wife because of their love story during the Great War, but the truth was that they had already broken up when the war was finally over. Even though their love story still spread like fire on Hay, Cersei and Graphia looked at each other as nothing more than friends now. And some years ago, Cersei had fallen in love with a normal female devil, and they recently have married. Only the members of the Grimmery clan knew about this, and Graphia had to act as his maid and queen while his original wife was taking care of her promotion to become a high-class devil so that Cerzex could finally reveal his real wife to the underworld without any backlash. Since then, Graphia has dated lots of devils while trying to find her destined one, but it seems that luck has not been her side, and she is still single to this day. Devils who generally shows interest in her was usually due her status as the strongest queen or due to her unmatched beauty. She is considered to be second most beautiful single female devil. First place has been given to the current Leviathan, Seraphal Leviathan, former Citri, so that they can increase their status in devil society and make her a showpiece or a trophy. Now she thought about Naruto. He's good looking, definitely will become heartbreaker in future, and about other things I'll find out in some years, keeping her sodic face, but you could see some excitement in her eyes. After all, she is still a woman, and like every woman she had her dreams and fantasies, like falling in love, having a family, and sex, lots and lots of sex. But she is saving herself for her life partner. Even with Cerzex, she has not gone further than kissing and some groping, not any further than that. A blush appears on her face when she thought about an older-looking Naruto dominating her, but she quickly shook it off. Stop it, Graphia, this is not time for this kinds of thoughts. You have work to do, she said to herself. Now she thought about the work or mission which was given to her during the meeting between Grimmery and Phoenix in Grimmery Castle. Flashback, after Riser's departure from Grimmery Castle. Inside Grimmery living room, Lord Lucifer, Lord Grimmery, Lord Phoenix along with Graphia, Lady Grimmery, Lady Phoenix were sitting in silence due to the event occurs prior to Riser's departure. Let's have some refreshments before continuing the meeting, Cerzex said, trying to release the tension in the room. Lord and Lady Phoenix smiled and nodded at this, but it was clear that it was strained. After refreshments, which was served by Graphia, everybody decides to continue the meeting. Now, the second reason why we came here, Lord Phoenix said in serious tone. Yes, what is it about my friend? All you said it is related to Naruto, Lord Grimmery said, and continued. As well as you have not informed Devil Council about Naruto's birth, so my question is why you keep it secret from everyone? Knowing it was wrong for him to keep secret about Naruto's birth to the underworld. Since they were one of the remaining noble families in the underworld, and because of low number of noble family, the Elder Devil Council has passed the rule to inform them about number of clan members. Each clan have especially clan heirs, so that they can keep the record about each clan, but he has not informed about Naruto to them because of Naruto's safety. He took a deep breath and starts telling them about Naruto and his special flame when he finishes his explanation. Everyone, except Lady Phoenix, present there were shell-shocked from what they heard. At first Lord and Lady Grimmery were angry, but their anger fade away as Lord Phoenix finishes his explanation. Since as parents they very well understands Phoenix couple because they themselves will do everything in their power to keep their children safe. After few minutes of silence, Lord Grimmery stood up from his seat and walked towards Phoenix couple, and he put his hand on their shoulders, comforting them, and said, I will gladly help you, my friend. This brought relief for both Lord and Lady Phoenix, since they were holding their breath for Grimmery's response, as they have already assumed their silence as their unwillingness to help. Thank you, my friend, Lord Phoenix replied, showing his gratitude. No need to thanks, my friend. Isn't it this is why friends for are to help each other when they needed help? Lord Phoenix smiled after hearing Lord Grimmery words. So how do you want us to help you? Cerzex asked in exited tone. You are pretty excited for this son, Lord Grimmery said while raising an eyebrow. Of course I am, father, after all he's my future challenger for the title of Lucifer, and it's not every day you'll get challenged for my title, especially from a 5-year-old boy, he finishes with a sincere smile. The way Naruto proclaimed that he'll defeat him. Cerzex knew something was different about Naruto. So he tried to sense his power, and he was surprised when he found out that the boy in front of him has larger magical reserve than him when he was 10-year-old, and now he knew how special Naruto is. He is pretty sure that Naruto will become very powerful devil in next 100 years or so. Then maybe he is able to get rid of his most dangerous enemy that rises after Civil War, the paperwork. Serzex was the type of a guy who loved adventure, so when his name was announced as a candidate for Lucifer, he got pretty excited, thinking about how much fun he'll have after becoming leader of devils, but his thoughts were proven so wrong. He had never expected himself to sit inside an office all day meeting with different high-ranked officers and nobles or doing paperwork. This is the reason why he regularly tries to avoid paperwork, but Graphia always caught and punished him for slacking off. Now he thinks about it, and an idea came in his mind to get rid of two problems in one shot. He had got a chance, and he'll definitely not going to waste it. Then he starts rubbing his palms together and starts laughing like a mad scientist who has successfully revived a Frankenstein. Smack Graphia fist collided with his head and brought him to real word. Please show proper behavior, Lucifer-sama, she said in stern voice. Other present were sweat drop at the behavior of their leader. Cough, how about we assign him a bodyguard, Serzex said in professional tone despite the pain coming from his head. Bodyguard, Lord Phoenix said while raising an eyebrow. He already had guards of Phoenix Castle guarding him, Lady Phoenix informed them. You are not getting Lady Phoenix. I am not talking about ordinary guards. I am talking about someone more powerful like an ultimate class devil. An ultimate class devil, but whom? Lord Phoenix asked. Yes, my son, who's in your mind? Lord Grimry questioned him while thinking, what is in your mind, Serzex? Serzex smiles knowing his master plan is coming into an action. The person whom I am talking about is very powerful, reliable, and currently is available, Lucifer said, smiling mysteriously. And that would be? Lord Grimry asked. You all know her, my maid Graphia. Serzex dropping the bomb while smiling brightly, pointing his hand towards his maid. What? Graphia said in surprised tone. Yes, you, my dear Graphia. Since you are an ultimate class devil and at present you are working as Grimry household maid, but this job suits you better, Serzex said to his lovely maid, or should I say former maid. Lord and lady of both houses start giggling since they understood that Serzex was trying to get rid of Graphia. For Graphia she kept her sodic face, but her left eye was twitching, but she said nothing. She knew that she cannot refuse the proposal, since refusing it will be an insult to the Phoenix clan. So there only one thing she could do, she accepts it. She took a deep breath and said, I am ready to become bodyguard of Naruto Phoenix, thinking maybe she could get some action after Civil War. Then it is decided that Graphia-san will be Naruto's bodyguard from now on. Whenever he leaves Phoenix Castle she will accompany him, Lord Grimry said, to which everybody nodded their heads. Flashback ends. Now she watches Naruto and Rias play together. She smiles slightly, how happy and carefree they are, unaware of all the danger lurking from the outside world. Naruto and Rias' game stops when they heard a grumbling sound which comes from Naruto's stomach. Looks like you are hungry, Naruto-kun, Rias said while giggling. Yeah, he said while rubbing back of his head with a bit of embarrassment in his voice. Okay, let's eat some snacks then we'll continue. Yep, let's go, he said. After they ordered their snacks they went to Rias' room to wait there. After few minutes of waiting, door was opened and their nose was assaulted but the heavenly aroma of freshly baked cookies. Delicious, both of them thoughts at the same time. They come out of their thoughts when a plate full of cookies was placed in front of them. Here, Naruto-sama, Rias-sama, your snacks, Graphia said while placing plates on table. When they ordered their snacks to cook of Grimry Castle, Graphia hears them and decided to make snacks herself for them. Thank you, pretty lady, Naruto said with little bit of shuddering. Enjoy your snacks, she said to them, but if you see closely you could see a small pink dust on her cheeks. Many had called her beautiful and complimented her various times, but whenever Naruto called her pretty lady something happens to her. A weird warmth feeling rises in her stomach. Is this love, she thought, but she was interrupted by Naruto's voice. Wow! These are very tasty, pretty lady, he said. Well, Thank you, Naruto-sama, she said while blushing a bit more. Will you make it again for me, please, Naruto said while using puppy eyes technique. Before she could reply, Rias interrupted their conversation. Come on, Naruto-kun, let's play, she said in an annoyed voice. Since she doesn't like to be ignored, and at present Naruto and Grafio were talking to each other while ignoring Rias' presence, and also she doesn't like the way Naruto talked to Grafia. After all, she is Naruto's friend, not Grafia. Grafia will make you more of this latter. Let's go, Rias said. But before Naruto could reply, Rias cut him off by saying, Naruto, are you going to ignore your girlfriend? Rias said in angry voice since Naruto is not listening to her. My girlfriend? Naruto said while his face becomes tomato red. Yes, Naruto knows what girlfriend means from one of the anime where hero saves princess from a bad guy and after that she becomes his girlfriend. Yes, your girlfriend. Since I don't have any male friend besides you, Rias said, and then she took Naruto's hand and went to their garden to continue their game. Also, she does not want Naruto to get lost in her house, since she had already lost him previous time he visited and it took her 2 hours to find him. Meanwhile, Grafia watches them leaving with amused expression on her face as she thought so Rias has already developed her first crush. Surzex will be very sad that his little Rias-tan is paying more attention to someone other than him. Certainly things are getting more interesting with him around. She smiles at that thought and leaves Rias' room to keep an eye on them. You may think that Naruto's life is smoothly moving, but the answer is no. While in Grimmery Castle everything is running fine, but in Phoenix Castle the scene had changed a lot. He had observed there is something not right between his parents and his brother Riser, and the last time he saw them in their family living room, Riser is having a heated conversation with their parents, but when they saw him at the door, they end their discussion and told Riser that they will continue later on. After that, Riser leave, but not before giving Naruto a hateful glare. When he asks his parents about it, they always change the subject or tell him that he's too young to understand all these things. All he knows that it was due to some kind of contract or agreement between Grimmery and their clan which involves Riser. It all started after their first meeting with Grimmery's. When they reached their house, Naruto immediately announced that something was wrong, and he was proven right when they found out their garden was mostly destroyed. Statues were broken, trees and plants were set on fire, and the servants of their house were cleaning all the mess. It looks like someone has gone to rampage here, he thought. But before he could ask what happened to their garden, his parents had ordered one of the maid escorts him to his room and a butler to bring Riser to his father's study room. And from that day onwards, Riser openly shows his anger towards Naruto and his parents, cursing him, glaring him, or openly accusing their parents that they are playing favorites. The relationship between Riser and Naruto starts deteriorating. Before, at least they can sit together, but now Riser could not even stand in same room as him except at their family dinner. Even at that time he sits far away from Naruto, and a permanent scowl plastered to his face whenever they are in the same room. Sometimes Naruto had tried to talk to Riser why he's behaving like this to him, and every time Riser give him the same answer, that you have taken what belonged to me, and left him confused. He didn't understand what Riser meant by that statement. And after some time he stops his tries, thinking that Riser's anger will decreases with time, but he don't know how wrong he was. 4 years later, Naruto is currently walking through the hallway of his castle along with his sister-in-law Lisa Phoenix. This morning she came to his room and informed him that his parents were waiting for him in their dining room for the breakfast, which was quite unusual since it's pretty early, only 7 in the morning. When he asked her, she only smiles at him and motions him to follow her. While walking through the hallway, he starts thinking about last 4 years of his life. He had met many new peoples and also make some new friends. Now he thought about them. Firstly, he met Sona Citri, the heiress of her clan, after her sister, Seraphald, became a Satan. Sona is a young bespectacled girl with same age as him and Rias. She has black hair styled in a short bob cut and violet eyes. He meets her during one of his trip in Grimmery Castle. At first there's a little friction between them due to their exact opposite personalities unlike him. Sona is shown to be a very strict and intelligent person. She does not take anything lightly. While he likes to prank for fun, she spends lots of her time in learning or reading books. And due to this he pranked her whenever he got a chance, like replacing her books with eki manga or dyed her hair to some fluorescent color, which irritates her to no end. But after some time they come to know each other better and now they were good friends. Also, she is his rival in chess. The first time he played chess he doesn't like it very much since it was boring to him. He is super active child and to sit him for hours while playing chess was out of his reach. But after Sona explains to him that playing chess will improve his strategic capabilities, which are required for rating games, he immediately starts learning chess and become pretty good at it, but despite all his efforts he's still unable to beat Sona, and at present their score is 27-0, and after his 20th loss he had swear that he will defeat her one day. To which she blushes lightly and replies, "I am ready to defeat you any time," which fuels his desire to defeat her even more. It was like she taking revenge on him for pranking her so many times. Second, he met with his first male friend Serorg Bale, who is the next heir of the Bale clan and the cousin of Rias and Serzex. He is known as the strongest young devil. Serorg is a handsome young man with black hair and violet eyes. He is very tall and has a muscular body due to the extreme training he has done. He also meets him during his time with Rias. He and Naruto quickly became best friends due to his very straightforward personality. The very moment Naruto found out that Serorg holds the title of the strongest young devil, he challenges him in a fight which was only one-sided and Naruto lost it pretty badly. Despite his win against Naruto, Serorg didn't boast himself. Instead, he encouraged Naruto and tell him the mistakes he made during their fight, to which Naruto took with his heart and declared Serorg his rival, which Serorg gratefully accepted. Fourth, he met with Sigvara Agars, the heiress of Agar's clan. She is a young girl around his age. She wears glasses and has a cold, sharp gaze. He meets her when he and Lisa went to visit Lisa's parents in Agar's clan. At their first meeting they had a big fight since Lisa is also very close to Sigvara and Sigvara don't like how Naruto stick to Lisa every time, and due to her being short-tempered and sharp-tongued they had a fight, but after Lisa had a talk with them they became good friends, and he also found out that Sigvara is a mecha otaku at same level of Rias. Next he met with the only female Satan, also the strongest woman in Underworld. Seraphal Leviathan, formerly known as Seraphal Citri, is the current Satan with the title of Leviathan and Sona Citri's older sister. She is the Satan in charge of foreign affairs. Seraphal is a beautiful girl with long, black hair tied in twin ponytails and violet. She also has a childlike body, albeit with large breasts. She usually dresses in Magical Girl's clothing, from Magical Girl Milky Spiral 7, the same outfit Miltan wears, magic wand and all, prompting Naruto to coin her nickname Satan Girl, Mao Shoujo. The first time he saw her was when she was playing with Rias and Sona, but after the introduction he had hard time to believe that the cute girl playing them is the current Leviathan. The same person, Pretty Lady, Graphia, had challenged for the title of Leviathan and lost. Unlike her serious younger sister, Seraphal is cheerful and possesses a childlike personality, and like a certain red hair mouse she also has a deep sister complex, and has a tendency to get her sister into embarrassing situations. Next he met with Diodora Astaroth, heir of the Astaroth clan, after his older brother Ajuka took the title of Beelzebub. At appearance he's gentle-looking, handsome young man with blonde hair. While initially appearing to be a gentle, well-mannered young man, Naruto does not like him a bit because there was something about him made Naruto not to trust him. There was something vile about him made Naruto unnerve around him. So they were not great friends, only acquaintance to each other. He met him during his visit to Ajuka Beelzebub for him to get his evil pieces, which unfortunately he didn't get due to some technical problems, as Ajuka said to him. Then at last he met with Akino Himejima, Ria's first peerage member and her queen. Akino is a young girl with a buxom figure around the same age as Rias, with very long black hair and violet eyes. Her hair is usually tied in a long ponytail, reaching all the way down to her legs with two strands sticking out from the top and sloping backwards, with an orange ribbon keeping it in place. Rias had gotten her 6 months ago when she visited Human World with her family. He don't know in what condition she got her, but all he knows that Akino has some family issues due to which she was banished from her family. But it does not matter to him since he and Akino are good friends now. The first time he met her she shows her gentle personality to him, but after some time he found out that she's a super sadist, which freaks him out since he does not know how to deal with a sadist, but after some time he learned it in a very hard way when Akino shocked him with her lightning magic. She also loves to tease him and Rias always clinging to him, which irritates Rias to no end, which results in fight between them. Also she had developed a habit of calling him by Naruto-sama. He had also visited other Devil House, but out of all clans he visited he does not like Bale clan a bit. Since most of them had superiority complex and treats their clan member like trash if they don't inherit their famed power of destruction, when he found out about Seror case Naruto thinks that all of them had a stick struck in their asses, and he had made a vow to himself that he'll remove that stick from their ass and made them apologize for their behavior to everyone they had picked on. He cut off from his thoughts when they reached doors of their dining hall. A maid present there opened door for them. As he enters the dining room he was greeted with sight of all of his family members except Riser. At the head table his father Lord Phoenix sat there next to right side of whom his mother Lady Phoenix sited next to which his seat is reserved, which formerly belongs to Riser, but for last few months he stops dining with them, and then next to his seat was Ravel's seat. To his father's right side Ruvel is seated, and next to him was his wife's Lisa's seat. He looks towards his family and greeted them. Good morning everyone, to which everyone smiles and greeted him back. Then he took his seat and starts his breakfast. After few minutes of silence his father said, Naruto-kun. Yes. Toti, you will get your own evil pieces, his father said to him. Really? He said pretty excitedly. Yes, Naruto-chan, today you are going to be a king to your peerage, his mother said to him lovingly. Ida, you'll see, Ka-chan, I'll become the best king, he said excitedly. So Ni-chan will become king, Ravel said, looking towards his brother who was also her role model. Naruto had not changed in past 4 years except for his height, which had increased a little bit but not much. Yes, Vel-chan, and don't worry, soon you will also get your evil pieces, he said to her, while he looks towards her. Ravel had grown in this last 4 years. She stood good 4 feet fall, which was pretty good for the girl of her age. Now she looks exact copy of younger version of their mother. Ravel has long blonde hair and dark blue eyes. Her hair is tied in twin ponytails with large, drill-like curls, and blue ribbons keeping them in place. The front of her hair has several bangs hanging over her forehead, with a V-shaped fringe hanging over the bridge of her nose. You think I'll be good, King Ni-chan, Ravel said to Naruto while tilting her head. Who, dear mouse, she's so cute, thought Naruto. Yep, Vel-chan, you'll be a very good king. After all, you are my cute little sister, he said, grinning at her, which caused her to blush. Then he ruffles her hair a bit. Okay, Naruto, go get ready, we'll be leaving in an hour, his father said to him. Okay, Naruto saluted to his father and left for his room. Ka-chan, can I come too? Ravel asked to Lady Phoenix, who looked towards her husband for an answer, who nodded at her. Then she looked towards Ravel and said, yes, my dear, you can come with us, to which Ravel jumps from her seat and run towards her room to get ready because she had to look best. After all, she's going to watch her favorite brother, as well as secret crush, getting his own evil pieces. An hour later, Naruto was dressed in a simple pair of black jeans and a green shirt, but if one were to look closely then they would be able to see how rich the material for the clothing is. Around his neck was a pendant which was little different from the one he used to wear earlier. This was the special pendant because the gem used to craft it was very rare and has a special ability that if you put little bit of blood of anyone close to you, then the gem will bond itself to that person's life force and become indestructible. It will automatically destroys when that person die. He got that gem 3 months ago when accidentally stumbled upon an old cave, and from that gem he had created some accessories like pendant and bracelets. The gemstone was originally crystal blue in color, but after bonding with blood it had become emerald green. He had also given Rias, Sona, and Ravel one bracelet to each of them, and Aquino and Sikvera preferred a pendant. He also wants to give it to his father, mother, brother, and his sister-in-law, but they told him that this gem can only be given to a non-married person, and he also want to give it to Grafia, but due to his shyness he's unable to ask her if she want one or not. When he reached outside, he found out that his parents were waiting for him. He also noted that Ravel is also with them. She was dressed in light purple dress with dark purple accents and a blue bow at the front. At the back, 3 feather-like extensions mimicking a bird's tail protrude from the dress, which, when combined with her wings of fire, give her a bird-like appearance. Ready Naruto, his father asked him with a smile. Yes, father. Ravel is also coming with us, his mother informed him. He nodded at that. Okay, then let's go, he said with enthusiasm. Now Naruto and Ravel were sharing their carriage and their parents were at other one. They were traveling to Ajuka Beelzebub Palace to get Naruto his evil pieces. Nai-chan, Ravel said, trying to get Naruto's attention, who was pretty much exited as well as nervous. Yes, Vel-chan, he used his nickname which he had given to her while looking at her. Do you think that I can become as powerful as father or Ruvel and I? She questioned Naruto. He raises his eyebrow at his sister's question. Why do you want to become strong, Ravel-chan? She became nervous and starts playing with her hair and said, because I want to help you to achieve your dream, and for that I need to be strong to stand by your side, while bringing fist to her chest. Suddenly she found herself engulfed in a hug by Naruto, who was rubbing his cheeks to her affectionately, which caused her to blush. What are you doing? She said while shuddering. Oh, my little sister cares for me so much. So I am showing my love for her, he said, still rubbing her cheeks. Stop it, behave like a gentleman, she said while her Tsundere mode activates while trying to get off his grip. If she not that, she'll probably faint from embarrassment. Haha, you are so cute, Vel-chan, he said while removing her from his hug. Then they start talking to each other for rest of the journey. With Lord and Lady Phoenix. Lord Phoenix was talking with someone discussing about some political issues. While he was discussing this, Lady Phoenix starts thinking about her children's past 4 years. There's nothing to worry about her first 2 sons. They were perfectly fine and doing very good in their life. In fact, her second son has been chosen for Ultimate Class Promotions test, which brought great prestige to their house since it's only 4.5 years. Ruvel has become an Ultimate Class Devil that brings smile on her face, but that immediately disappears. When she thought about her next son Riser, who had become more distant towards his younger brother Naruto. It's not that he has very great relationship with rest of them, but just his with them has become same as previous before their decision on the Gremory and Phoenix contract. At least he's nicely growing up in rating games with only 1 loss in his all 10 matches he played, and he lost because it was more beneficial to him than winning it. Also, he's only 1 bishop away from gaining his full peerage. Now we skip to Ravel since there are a lot of things for Naruto to tell. Ravel, her little baby girl, thinking about her brought a smile on her beautiful face. She has grown up nicely, almost became mini copy of her. She is quite powerful too, as expected from a pure breed devil. They had started her training her about 2 years ago, and like her and rest of Phoenix, she had instant regeneration and her flames were orange in color, for which she got a bone-crushing hug from Naruto since orange was his favorite color. Also, they had chosen Ruvel and Lisa for Ravel's training. She also very possessive of Naruto. When she found out that every weekend he goes to visit Gremory Castle, she immediately demands him to stop visiting them, instead play with her. But after many promises that he'll had to play with extra hour each day and many more, she accepts it. It looks like her world revolves around her brother Naruto, and it was quite clear that she has crush on him and she's okay with it. For humans, relationship in between families is considered as taboo, but for them they are not human, they were devils, and they live different kind of society than humans and had different kinds of rules as well. For the devil's insect is not a big thing, since it was common act for them to get pure breed devils. And after the Great War it was become more and more common, and the prime example is Bale clan practice it. As well, she and Lord Phoenix were cousins. So she had no problem with it as well. It's not like that they are going to marry tonight, they had their time for their feeling to develop. She shook her head, and now she thought about our blonde hero. He has grown quite nicely in this past years, not in appearance since he's late bloomer, but in his training he had got good control over his fire. At least he's able to control that much so that no one can get injured by him accidentally, and he's able to summon holy property of his fire by his will. Now probability of him releasing his holy fire by accident is very less. So they allowed him to use his fire without them, but not before making him promise that he'll not misuse it. This is not all. His real area of excellency was not fire element, but his other element. Yes, second element. Every Phoenix possees this element, but they do not use it to its full extent. Only handful of Phoenix use this element. In fact, many of them do not even how to wield it properly. It's not that it was weak element, but quite opposite to it. It is very powerful element, but people of their clan ignore it because it was very difficult to use it as compared to their fire. It was wind, since Phoenix were said to be master of both fire and wind. Naruto has taken a good interest in wind magic, and he was quite good at it. In fact, he had created over 10 new wind attacks. Some elders of their clan had already said that if he continues to grow like that, he will become master of wind magic in no time, as well as strongest wind user in their clan history. The more she thought about her baby boy, more she got worried for him. Because for years there has been more than 50 attempts for abduct him, which was intercepted by Graphia or Phoenix guards. He has become strong in these 4 years, but strong or not, he was her son in flesh and blood. So she is right to be worried for him or her other children's. She brought out of her depressing thoughts by her husband's voice when they reached Beelzebub Castle. Honey, honey. He shook her shoulder. Yes, she replied. You are spacing out. Is everything all right? He asked with concerned look appeared on his face. Yes, don't worry about me, she answered him, smiling lovingly. Are you sure? Yes, now let's go. Children must be waiting for us, she said. He nodded at this. With Naruto and Revel. When they come out of their carriage, in front of them was Beelzebub's castle, which was as large as theirs, but there are some differences, like from the first looks. The castle looks like it came directly from horror movie where a mad scientist does his all types of inhuman experiment. Normally this will cause Naruto to freak out, but this time he doesn't, since he had already visited here when Rias and Sona got their evil piece set. He was supposed to get his, but some problem arises upon his turn, and he didn't at that time, and now he has to wait for 6 months. And in this time Rias had already got her queen. They are ahead of him and do not want to left behind. He was brought out of his thoughts when Revel pulls him towards Beelzebub Castle with their parents following them. Now they stood in front of the massive door, and there was only one thought in his mind: this is it. Unknown location. So the time has come, said an unknown voice from her throne. Due to dim light her face was not visible. Only thing you can see was her glowing eyes, which were red in color, and her hair matching her eyes. Yes, it has, said another one from her throne, which was situated right next to her, while smiling mysteriously. She has glowing silver eyes, and her hair matching her eyes. I don't like your smile, said another one. She has golden eyes and matching hair. There are 10 throne. One was placed above the other 9. Definitely it was for their leader, which was unoccupied, and the other 9 were occupied by 2 males and the other 7 by females. Their throne was at same level as each other, showing equality amongst them. You are no fun, Kagamine, said silver-haired women. Huh, last time you smiles like this was when you pranked us with him, Sora, she replied to her, but when said her tone was softer and it doesn't go unnoticed by the others. You really miss him, and he said one of male from his throne while smiling sadly while thinking about him. Don't ask stupid questions, brother, we all miss him very much, said another male. Yeah, you are right, bro, said another one in softer voice from her throne. Yes, I miss him too, said the red-haired women, but before any other said anything, golden-haired women said, Stop it, we are assembled here for a reason and let's focus on it now, in strict tone. Hi, they replied in chorus, not wanting to face wrath of their angry sister. Okay, now listen to me. Yesterday I was visited by one of elder. But she was interrupted. What? Why? Have they found out? Shut up and listen to me, she said, irritated for interruption. As I said, elder visited me, and they have not found out about your little gift for him, Amy, she said, using nickname for her. What gift? One said. I'll tell about it later, Amy said. We have to be careful about our planning, otherwise the consequence will be severe, she said. So what we do now? Red-haired women asked. Well, there is little change in our plan, she said. What changes? Sora questioned. Kagami smiled and said, Don't worry, he'll meet them, but not now, it will take some time. So that elders don't get air of it, and she continued. Now our new plan is. Chapter 3 End.